Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I'm making this video this evening about our illustrious police service, Garda Siochana. They've been in the news a fair bit lately in the last couple of weeks, and not for anything good. This is a shooting channel, and when you live here in Ireland, if you're in the shooting community, you have dealings with Garda Siochana. That's just unavoidable. They are the issuing authority for firearm certificates, and they are also the SMEs, or the source of truth or the source of knowledge, who legislators go to for information and opinion when drafting legislation. Now this would be a good thing if Garda Siochana happened to be a competent authority, but history has shown that they are not a competent authority. They're a highly incompetent authority when it comes to firearms, and on top of being incompetent, what we're seeing in the news the last few weeks is evidence of what most shooters are well aware of. They're not just incompetent, they are corrupt. Several stories in the news about seized firearms being held in a very inappropriate manner at Garda HQ, in a simple shipping container, just locked with a combination lock. It doesn't take an awful lot to get by a combination padlock. I mean, a few minutes, if you're left at it, you'll just be able to get into it if you have any knowledge of how combination padlocks work. And on top of that, it's a combination. It can just be given to anyone. Any member of Garda Siochana who have already demonstrated that they are corrupt, because information has been found by certain news outlets that a member of Garda Siochana coming up to a tournament was taking firearms from the lockup, keeping them and then selling them. Now, we don't know what kind of firearms these were. They may have been merely valuable antiques that people handed in because they had no idea that they're antiques and they're quite legal to have, or they could have been very highly dangerous, restricted firearms that were either seized by Garda Siochana or were surrendered in an amnesty, or for any number of reasons. These firearms found themselves in Garda possession. A member of Garda Siochana had made deals for himself to sell these, and not only was that particular guard not prosecuted to the full extent of the law, the person who blew the whistle on him, they were. So what does that tell you? It tells you it's an organisation, an institution which is corrupt to its core. And these are the ones who our legislators go to for information when it comes to firearms legislation. They are not a competent authority. They never were. And they're never going to be. So, if Commissioner Drew Harris had any sense of honour, he just stepped down. He has done nothing to fix what is wrong with Garda Siochana. Absolutely nothing in his time in office. It's every bit as bad now as it always was. Now, as mentioned, on top of one guard who was discovered was selling firearms to God knows who. To make it worse, there's another incident, only one they've found so far, probably the only one they ever find, simply because these firearms are not being inventoried, they're not being managed, they're not being recorded in a proper way of that any inventory should be managed. Sorry, these items, they're not being properly recorded, inventoried and managed as you would manage anything. We have an incident of one particular firearm which was seized by Garda Siochana and then miraculously seized again by Garda Siochana. So how did that find its way out? There are far too many questions and absolutely no answers. So I don't know what else to say. I really don't. And I'm at a loss for words as to why the majority of the population of Ireland are not outraged at how Garda Síochána conduct themselves. There's only one reason why they wouldn't be outraged: because they don't have any dealings with them. Right? People who do have dealings with Garda Síochána absolutely know full well how inept, corrupt and lazy they are. They're not accountable to anyone. Okay, so there are my thoughts on it. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, absolutely share this video with whoever you think would be interested in it. Any comments, put them down below, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks very much.